Yeah, now I can see you.
But you
Oh,
are not visible here.
okay. Now you can see me. Now, now, can you see me?
No, no, no.
Now?
Yeah, yeah, now. Now I can see you.
Okay, so we are meeting first time. So could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, okay. So my name is Lalu Paswan. I am a teacher. I teach students. As far as my qualification is concerned, I'm just 12 pass out, and since 2019, I have been learning English. So that's all about me.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, basically I'm also teacher. I belong to Bihar state, and
Okay.
yeah, I teach also in private schools to the younger student. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to visiting a different kinds of places for a wearing purpose. So it's my hobbies you can consider. Yeah, it's all about me.
Okay. So since how long have you been learning English?
Yeah, it's been I think 7 to 8 months I've done.
So from that time, you have been continuously practicing the English.
Yeah, of course. Because as I consider if you maintain your consistency towards any kinds of goals of yours, so you can expect from yourself to reach at your levels as soon as possible. So that's why
Yeah, you are
I
right.
kept going on. I have a question.
Hmm.
Like, um, are you in a village area? Am I right?
Okay.
So, how difficult time did you face during learning spoken English?
Basically, brother, I am from the urban area. Okay, I live in Faridabad in Haryana.
Oh,
Hmm.
so during learning spoken English, how kinds of difficult did you get face?
I think that I don't practice, so that is the problem. So whenever I have a time these days, I am practicing English. So in order to be fluent in English, so I think that I am not facing a lot of difficulties. But the thing is that if each and every time I will speak, then my English is going to be fluent. Otherwise, no one. The thing is available here. Through that, I could improve my English.
Yeah, you are right. I mean, consistency is a requirement to learn any kinds of language.
Hmm,
And as
right.
you mentioned, you are living in Faridabad. So Faridabad is the city area.
Yeah, it's a
So
city area.
were you having the environment like any similar person like you who also very obsessive internally to learn this language, or
No, no,
were
no.
you only the one?
No, I am the only one. No one is here fascinated towards learning English. I talk with my sister because also I have taught her to speak English. So
Wow, that's really great because you have a partner with whom you can practice your spoken English every day. But especially nowadays, so there are many beginner does not have anyone for practicing their spoken English. So they are feeling very uncomfortable. You can consider like having the hesitation, low confidence. There are many issues. Every people will have. So what is your opinion if the any beginner want to improve their communication skill at home? So what kinds of idea would you like to give all of them?
the first thing is that I want to say them they should firstly try to learn the grammar, which is important for speaking English. Little bit grammar, which is important because a lot of persons are here who thinks that this is an easy and without doing a hard work we could learn. But the thing is that firstly they will have to learn English, which is required for speaking. Because
Yeah,
in since 2019 I have been learning English. So in those days, firstly I learned the things from English with Chandan, which is available on YouTube. From there, I learned the grammar rule which is important for speaking English. And after that, whenever they have a time, they should start reading all the things in English. Like they will have to do bond with themselves that whenever I have a time, I will try to watch all the contents in English. and the third thing is that they should try to speak each and every time. So these three things will be important for them.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm also agree. Because
Yeah.
nowadays beginners haven't punctual of their time, their habit. They would be distracted very easily, very soon. They do not be consistent towards their goals.
Yeah, so
That's why.
if the thing is that if you are a learner, if you really want to learn English, so the thing is that firstly you will have to learn a grammar, because if your society would be like that where all the person speaks in English, then it would be easy for you to learn the English. But our society is not like that. So the thing is that firstly you will have to learn English, spoken things, grammar, which is important. But I have seen a lot of youngsters who is learning the English, they do not want to learn the little bit grammar. So being a teacher of spoken, because I also teach students about the spoken classes in my school. So there I
Mhm.
teach them about the spoken classes, and there I teach them as a environment, how could you talk in according to environment, because you must have seen the English with Chandan on YouTube.
Yeah, I know that.
You must have
Of
seen.
course.
Yeah, so the thing is that if you really want to speak English, then little bit grammar you will have to learn. Without that you are not able to understand, and you are not going to be fluent in English. And after that, whenever you have a time, you have to speak loudly while speaking anything, any kind of things. And in my case, the third thing I have followed, like I always try to record to myself. So almost 400 plus 600 plus blogs I have made on my YouTube channel, and I have uploaded a lot of blogs as well.
Yeah, I can understand. This is your effort, which you do a lot of time, and that is the becomes the greatest possibility. That's why still you are able to speak better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
right.
yeah, I'm also concerned about your the opinion about grammar. Grammar is a really root of the spoken English. If any beginner want to be a good in this field, so grammar has a plan. I think vital role, according to me
Yeah.
also.
So,
Yeah,
brother,
but
since how long have you? Sorry for that. I am interrupting to you. Since how long have
yeah,
you
yeah.
been learning English, and is there are any goal with the English you want to achieve in your life?
Okay. Basically, as I mentioned you, it's been eight
Mhm.
months I've done,
Okay.
and I have no any specific goals of life. I just want to get the fluency in this language only by interacting with the different kinds of person and learning many things by that way. This is only my intentions, yeah.
So,
And
where could you tell me like your journey? How did you learn, and how kind of times did you give? How many hours do you speak? All the things related to that I want to ask, because since 2019 I have been learning English. So that's why I'm asking that your English is more fluent than me, according to me.
basically, as I consider, we should not comparison between any persons. That is mean you are demotivating yourself internally by comparing with other, right? Every
Yeah,
people
right.
have their own way of talking in different way, right?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, if I talk about my journey of learning a spoken English, so I did many kinds of activities with myself, like practicing alone and self-analyzing, and as you mentioned, by recording the self-content, and after that, try to finding the mistake and work towards that kinds of over there. I think to improve yourself. So these are things also I had done. Okay, before time, and I talked over audio call also with many persons. I had taken like a subscription also as a online. So these
Okay.
are things I had done before time to improve myself. Okay. And
Okay.
nowadays, I got the idea because of social media, by connecting with the people, attending as a seasons, and providing, our experience to them, and in returning also get the ideas of their. So this is a golden opportunity for all the teachers and all the beginner, all elder person also, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also very happy. I'm so glad internally because this is very well time for me to learning. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So, like you are also teaching right now. So, since how long have you been teaching, and what kind of subject do you teach over there?
Yeah, basically, I also teach as a grammar first, regarding our speaking, and as well as I also teach English subject to my all student. Okay. But it's not
Okay.
a very much harder as you consider about me. It's very easy because I'm teaching younger students like two, three class, four class, all student. And yeah, in private school, very well. So yeah, I prefer myself to teaching English subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think that your goal is that you are going to be the teacher, isn't? You want to be a teacher?
Yeah, you can consider. Teacher is the
Okay.
biggest post according to me in this universe. By having
Yeah,
the
yeah.
respect from all the person, it doesn't matter. They are lower category, even higher. All the people will treating you equally, and
Yeah,
that is a really great for me.
brother. So whenever any person asks questions me that what do you want to become, so I always try to say that I want to be the best teacher of the English in the world. So this is like my goal. So each and every time I say, and I always try to follow. I always try to do a hard work towards it. Like whenever I have a time, I always try to speak. I always try
Of
to
course.
study in English all the things. So that's why I was just asking to you that is there are any goal for you in your life?
Yeah, this is my goal, as I mentioned before. Like I want to be a teacher, good teacher.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So
this is
is
a
there are any
respectable job.
yeah, so is there are any is specific field like maths, English, history, political science, geo? What?
Okay, basically, I would like to teach as an English subject because this is my favorite subject. That's why. That's why I
Okay,
involve myself in this English field also.
okay.
Okay.
So okay, so could you
So
tell me something about your journey of your studying? Like from where did you do your graduation and from where did you do your schooling?
yeah, these are my personal like journey of my life. I think we should be talk about the
Okay,
exact
okay,
issues
okay.
of the beginner.
Okay, okay,
Otherwise,
it's
I
okay.
have many things to sharing, but it takes a long time. Right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay,
So
it's
I
okay.
have a question for you now. It is like, how do you remember vocabulary? Because this is the biggest problem. All the beginner they are unable to remember vocabulary for longer. What is your
Yeah, so
tragedy?
according to me, as I said to you, that whatever you have, you firstly you will have to watch all the things in English. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
matter if you have a phone, you could start watching English songs, poems, cartoon, movies, like all the things you will have to watch in English. From there, your vocab is going to improve. And the
Yeah.
second thing is that if you have a book, first class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class books, so you have to speak, you have to read while speaking loudly because I have
Mm-hmm.
three newspapers. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to study the Times of India, Hindustan Times, and the Hindu. So whenever I have a
Okay.
time, so I always try to speak while loudly. Loudly, I speak them each and every day. Almost, I think that it may be 30 minutes plus each and every day I speak while I read while speaking. So these
Mm-hmm.
things is more important for all the beginners who really want to improve their vocab. According to me, being a teacher, I am just suggesting this kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, I have followed this path, so that's why I was saying about this.
Of course, this is a genuine way, genuine method as you mention in this content. Because practically, are you doing this? Are you indulging yourself in this
Yeah.
field, and gradually are you having the result also? So obviously,
Hmm.
it would be very effective for the beginner student to enhancing their experience level to the upper levels. Of course. And basically, nowadays, what kinds of book would you like to prefer to the beginner for improving their skills nowadays?
I think that they should try to read first, second, third, fourth class books. According to me, story books. They should try to study storybooks, and after that if they have a newspaper then they should also try to study newspaper. That would be more beneficial for them as well.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Because in this lower standard books have a limited
Hmm.
sentence, limited
Yeah.
vocabulary, which is
Yes.
generally used by the people in daily day-to-day life. So it would be
Yeah.
much easier to remember that vocabulary for longer, for modifying the sentence. So yeah, okay. So do you want to ask me any question? So you can.
Yeah, I am thinking that what kind of question I should ask to you. Okay, I'm going to ask question that do you have you completed your B.Ed? And
No.
no, you haven't completed your B.Ed. So in future, you should also try to complete your B.Ed. So are you
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about
of
it?
course. Of course, I just, yeah, of course I want. But before I was thinking like I should be take, I think I should be grab some kinds of experience by teaching to all the students, earning the
Okay.
manner of doing the humble behavior to all of them. These are
Yeah,
many
right.
things requirement of wearing before indulging yourself in this kinds of field, right? So
Yeah,
that's
you are
why.
right.
Are you government teacher? Yeah,
No,
even
no, I am
private.
an. Sorry, I am just 12 pass out, and I am a private teacher. I teach in the nearby school of mine.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Okay, so
Okay, so I think we should be wrap up this session, right? We
okay,
should
okay.
be.
So it's okay. It's nice talking to you. Thank you so much that you talked with me.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Thank you. You are doing well. I really appreciate you.
Have a nice
Thank
day,
you.
bro.